What's up? I'm here to share my sketchbooks because I would like to have them in like a digital archive, I guess, because I've been fearing impermanence. And ideally I wouldn't fear impermanence because that's part of life and it's actually kind of beautiful in many ways. There's just too many reminders of impermanence lately though. So I need a reprieve for 1 fucking second. So yeah, I'm gonna show you my sketchbooks. I did want to make these videos into something that I would find visually appealing and relaxing to listen to or watch, because there's a lot of artists on YouTube that I really enjoy because of, you know, their voice. It's like comforting or whatever, and also that they're showing the way that they express all that. I also appreciate that a lot of the people who I watch on YouTube, for art videos anyway, they're just very candid. They just kind of ramble and they don't do a whole lot of editing. I enjoy that. I will say though, I really love a good cinematic sketchbook tour, you know, with like the B-roll and like fancy lighting and all that. I just don't have the energy to do that right now. And I also, it gives me imposter syndrome because I tried to make a video about one of these that I'm about to show you, and I did a voiceover and I had like some cool frames of candles and all that, and when I watched it back and listened to the way that I was speaking, I was like that is not that is not how I feel as a person. And of course you'll never be able to fully capture a whole person in an art piece, but I just don't feel like doing videos like that. I will say though, the other times when I was recording this intro, I loved the sunlight that was coming in because it reminded me of some ASMR people that I watch, and it just felt so angelic to have like the heavens shining down. Yeah, I'm feeling like I need to reminisce though, so I want to go through these. Yeah, they're not in size order in this stack that I'm about to show you, so I'm hoping I don't have an avalanche. They're in order by year, so that's why we're doing this. So I would like to say that these are the sketchbooks that I've made during my 20 years on Earth. And while I have been on Earth 20 years only, these are from the past 6 years. Like, I made the first one 6 years ago, so can't say that it's from my 20 years on Earth because they're not over a course of 20 years. Yeah. Okay, reminisce. These are my rabbit friends. I'm just gonna move them aside. Okay. This sketchbook is from 2019, and I had just started drawing again. These were some practice outside. I was trying to draw a ladder, did not finish. These were some self-portraits. This is some acrylic. I was trying to paint, I think it was a reference that I saw on Pinterest. Might have been on Instagram. I feel like this was Pinterest though. Some colored pencil. These are also acrylic. These are some portraits of people that I went to school with, actually. They were people that I admired at the time, so I was like, yeah, just like, I don't know. I think my main goal was to just practice portraiture people. I feel like portraiture is such a, whatever. I was trying to practice people. Yeah, so I painted them. Yeah. Some figure practice, anatomy practice, all good stuff. Oh my gosh, I love this page so much. This, because I didn't use color a lot at that time. I just used like regular pencils, like writing pencils, not even art pencils. So when I was doing this, it was just something very different than what I normally did. Also, I loved using pastels because I was talking to one of my friends about this recently, and we both agreed that it just makes you feel more artistic and creative. It makes you feel like you're actually making something when your hands get dirty from the material that you're working with. So yeah, when I was using the chalk pastel for this and the oil pastel for this, it just was such a rewarding feeling. This is just acrylic. Still cool though. I love this so much. I really wonder what influenced me to make this, because I had to have seen something. But I just love this like skull face. I know I was going for like a demonic head type thing, but this is just so, I love it so much. I really wonder what prompted this, because I know I didn't reference this from somewhere, but there's no way that I just came up with this concept. Like, anyways, cool. This is some more chalk pastel. One of my friends was talking about the Milky Way galaxy recently. It was such a nice reminder. So yeah, just some of that. Oh. This, I remember drawing this whole page on FaceTime with somebody. No longer friends with them, but it was just nice to call and draw, chit chat and draw at the time. This is definitely inspired by the mailbox from Blue's Clues. I love that so much. Not sure where this banana, person was inspired by, but what a fun thing. The pages are ripped because I had a moment where I just ripped out a bunch of old drawings. Guess I had to do what I had to do. This is actually, all of this is crayon up here. This was definitely referenced from Pinterest. This was just like practicing some anatomy stuff. And this was meant to be a self-portrait. I did not have the most optimistic outlook for my future, so yeah. We keep going though. This, I keep trying to like cover my signature. This was when I tried to paint Lucas Abbott. Yeah. I like it. You know, it doesn't really look like Lucas Abbott. But I did have a really good time painting this. And I like that I chose pink for the background. I'm pretty sure I chose pink for the background because it was whatever paint I wanted to use up. Still, I do like it. I like this. Yeah. This, I tried to paint Kurt Cobain, and I remember every time I showed somebody this painting at the time, people always thought it was Michael Jackson. I think my dad kind of knew that it was Kurt Cobain, but he also mentioned that it looked like Michael Jackson, and there were also several other people who said that this painting looked like Michael Jackson. So I love that. Anyways, so that's this sketchbook. Let's go through the next one. This one did have more pages in it. I ripped a bunch of them out though. Some of them to use for like cards or some other stuff. Some of the pages I ripped out because, you know, just felt the need to destroy my own stuff. Yeah, as you can see, there's a lot missing. This was referenced from Pinterest. I think it was like a statue of Mary or something like that. And this, I don't think this was referenced. Actually, it was referenced. It was probably referenced from like a ballerina on Google. Yeah. This person, oh wait, that's the next page. We'll get into that on the next page. This was oil pastel. Was trying to express my frustration, not my frustration, but like my sadness with when people have arguments and conversations that just, you know, people are not on the same page or cannot seem to come to be on the same page. Yeah. I think my perspective on that kind of stuff is a little different now, but yeah, this was a time. Oh, this is even still, this is a different page. Oh, this was some like a sun and moon, but yeah. More eye practice. I was really obsessed with like sunken in eyes. Yeah. This, again, more of like I just didn't have a very optimistic outlook. I felt very alone because the wall, like the graffiti on this literally says "do it alone," and it's like, dude, we can do things collectively, right? Like being alone, what is that? I can't remember where the saying is from, but the saying is, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together, or something like that. Yeah. This, I think this was referenced from a studio that I saw on Pinterest that I thought was cool, so I decided to draw that because that kind of stuff gave me so much inspiration at the time, and it made me feel so fulfilled just seeing like people creating and whatever I thought the idea of being an artist was. I personally don't feel like that's what being an artist is anymore. However, at the time, it gave me a lot of hope and stuff. This, I think, was based on like those plastic bags, and this was just some hearts and shit. This person is an amazing artist. I think I'm trying to remember their new Instagram handle off the top of my head. I think it's Saint Venus. Oh my god. This person, dude. So this person uses, I think, oil to make portraits, you know? And holy shit, the portraits are just so good. Like, the blending is amazing. The portraits are so realistic, but the color that this person uses is just so beautiful. Like, everything that they make is so like celestial almost. I feel like it's very like to me it gives me the same feeling that looking at the stars gives me. And it's very like romantic. That's how it feels for me anyway. Mostly because of the colors. So yeah, look at this person's work. This is an old portrait of them. I don't even know if this person has. Also, I keep referring to this person as with like they them pronoun. I don't know what pronouns I use, and I should not be assuming they, but I'm trying my best. Yeah, this is an old portrait, or this is an old photo that I referenced. So I don't even know if that's on the whatever. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. These were some chalk pastel drawings. Yeah, I love these trees so much. This plant, so beautiful. Oh my god. Yeah, like the greenery that I was looking at was flourishing at that time. Oh, cool. We're all done. Right. And then here is my last sketchbook from that time. Both of those were from 2019. This is from 2020. I started this in 2020. Here is a portrait of somebody who was in my gym class at the time. I actually saw her at a show this past year. Yeah, I literally saw her like on the edge of the pit, and it was just such a cool moment because I hadn't seen her in forever. So that was awesome. This is some frames. I think this was crayon. Yeah, this is crayon. These are some frames of me and my friend. We're still friends, but at the time we were both in the same school together. And so these are our outfits that we would wear. These were like real outfits that we wear, because I specifically remember this like pink and whatever. This was a shirt that I had and a skirt. I think I also remember this. It's basically just showing our different, like, not phases, like our various forms, you know? We were shapeshifters. Oh, the swap, it was basically saying that we like swapped styles. We didn't actually do that. None of this is planned, but I love to think about how we coordinate unintentionally, and I love it so much. But the swap means, because she had certain outfits that had like a lot darker colors and like all that, and then I had certain outfits that were a lot like brighter and like more floral and lively or whatever, and I put that as like swap because that was kind of us trading, I guess, because I usually wore a darker style and she usually wore something that was more lively. Yeah. This, I feel like I was watching a 1920s ASMR video. Not accurate to the person whatsoever. However, I just loved whatever this person's hair was doing in the video. And this is just a clown that I drew. Alright. Some internal feelings becoming external. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna flip through these. There's not really need for an explanation. I loved this crayon though. I should get back into crayon. Oh, these are some cameras that I had. I say as I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do any more explanation. Let me check to see. Oh good, we're still recording. Wait, maybe I'll start over then for this book. Nah, I'm just gonna keep going. Okay. This, I think this is my mouth. I feel like that's where I referenced that. This is from my imagination, which is crazy to me because that just, I feel like I needed to reference this from somewhere. I feel like this, I saw it in a meme. I feel like it was definitely inspired by that meme where it was like something about how gym class, how you were feeling. And it just got, it showed like various faces to express emotions. And one of them was just like particularly disturbing. Yeah. We got this. Yep. Some eyes. I think this was referenced from some, oh wait, this wasn't it was partially referenced because I feel like I had to look for different types of eyes. But yeah, this is really cool. I thought at the time that putting this paper, what is this, parchment paper? Yeah. I thought that putting parchment paper on graphite would prevent it from rubbing onto the back page. I don't think it is effective, but who knows? This was a continuation from the previous thing. And this, I'm sure I referenced some stuff because I don't think I knew what a tooth looked like exactly, but the concept I think was my own. I do remember though that the reason I did these boxes was because I was watching a different sketchbook tour. I don't remember from who, but I was watching a different sketchbook tour and the person used boxes a lot. I don't think they were specifically for comics, but I wanted to try that concept out of like using boxes, and I really like the way it looks. This, anytime you see I, that means that I drew it. However, the idea, like the concept, was from one of my friends at the time. He had a lot of like really interesting ideas. And sometimes I would ask people like, oh, what should I draw? He always had such good ideas to tell me to draw though. I feel like some people were just like, oh, I don't know. But he would always have something, and it would always be so specific. And after a while, it got to the point where he was like, hey, can you draw this? Like he would like request that I bring whatever was in his brain to life in my own perception of whatever he's telling me, obviously, because there's no way for me to know what he was visualizing. But yeah, good times. So anytime you see this next to the date, that means that the idea was from that friend. This is this whole page was ideas from him. Even though it doesn't say it next to this date, like this whole page was ideas from that friend at the time. This was a bunch of hand practice. I just really wanted to get better at drawing hands at the time. I wasn't in a drawing class yet, so like that wasn't something that I actually needed to do. But yeah, I think this was supposed to be like the Garden of Eden or something. Which this is, if this is supposed to be the Garden of Eden, it's really historically inaccurate because there is no way that Eve looked like that. Whatever. Another self-portrait. I love this so much. Like, I love it so much, bro. Yeah, there were so many times back then where I didn't feel that creative. Like, even with this, when I drew this, I felt like, I was like, yeah, this, whatever. Damn, like, I wish I was able to draw better, cooler things. And it's like, dude, look at this. Awesome. Oh, this is really cool how it's like mirrored, unintentionally, but this was also a self-portrait. Lots of self-portraits, very self-absorbed. And I was actually very insecure, and I was trying to, I guess, work that out. I used to talk to myself a lot, specifically in the bathroom mirror. That's why this is doing its thing. And my mom would always overhear me. She could probably hear me talking right now, to be honest. And she would ask me that. She's like, "Who are you talking to, Tao?" And I'm like, myself. So that's cool. This is all unfinished. It was supposed to be, well, this part was gonna be like just stuff, just like random stuff in my brain, you know, like childhood to the grave, and like all the stuff in between. I didn't finish that though, didn't feel like it. And this was supposed to be like a circle of fairies dancing. We also didn't finish that, but you know, it's still cool. I also like how you were able to see, because I did the light sketches, you're able to see where there would have been people, and it just like creates the ring, which is so cool. This was from when I was not having a good time. It's so interesting because I feel like, thankfully, substance use and abuse was not something that I had to deal with personally, but I had a lot of friends and people that I cared about who it was definitely a thing that they had to go through. And I feel like that's why it shows up a lot in these older drawings, because whenever I thought of sadness and just bleak shit, that's what I would think of, because that's how people would be when they would call or when they would text. So yeah, and then just a dog out in the rain, you know. Oh, this, I actually do not feel comfortable with showing too much of this. This, however, these are more illustrations from my friends' ideas. This is a little guy that I have on my desk, so that's cool. This, honestly, I think I was in history class around this time, and I was just, yeah, I mean, I feel like you can gather what my feelings were. This I think I just put in because I needed something to fill the space here. Those are music notes, by the way, that this individual is intaking, I guess. But yeah. Yep. Oh, this was also cool. I was just really into collage and just like mixed media at the time, which is awesome. This I think I found, oh shit, it came off. That is so sad. I love Hey Arnold. This I found on the ground though, and it's so cool. I did this portrait. I wish I had put more like paint texture for the hair, the way that I did with the face, but okay, I guess. This was literally, okay, I was just trying to think of some cool words to put here. And I probably looked up like skating or some shit because I was practicing at the time. Didn't make a lot of progress, but probably looked that up on Instagram, like skating shit. And this was an Instagram handle that came up of somebody who posted skate videos and stuff. Don't know if it's still that person's handle, but I just thought that it was cool. I liked the way it sounded. So that's where that's from. And then this is my shoe that I drew at the time. Yep. Oh no. I could definitely keep it in here. Yes. Okay. Again, more stickers, chalk pastel practice. Awesome. Oh, I got this from the doctor. Yeah. Oh. Okay. And this was some tag that my auntie had from my great grandma. I don't know what it was for, but I just thought it was so beautiful, so I had to put it somewhere in here. I laminated it too with tape because it was just paper and I didn't want it to continue to degrade, so that's what that's about. And then this, I think I drew from memory as well. Again, not very anatomically accurate, but you know. I also pressed these flowers and then glued them in. That's cool. I was really obsessed. I feel like this was when I first started pressing flowers, which was really awesome. I don't remember where this is from. I don't think those are from my jeans. I feel like they were from a friend's, or maybe like my dad's or something. Oh, here we go. This is cool. I did like drawing this at the time. I found this very relaxing. I also love this image of the moon that I drew so much. Like, it just looks like she just looks so elegant and sleepy, you know? Like she looks like she needs to rest, and she looks like she is resting. And I just think that's so cool. This was a reference to Snake. This was definitely inspired by Kurt Cobain's art that he would draw. Yep. And then I just need some flowers to fill the space. Some crayon. Love that so much. And then this was, I mean, obviously they were referenced because I'm not going to be able to just remember off the top of my head what they look like. This was not directly referenced though, because I did have to look up what Roger Rabbit's features were, but however I made this was definitely something that I had to figure out on my own, because there was no just like image of him with his eyes popping out and his tongue and all that cartoony shit. And I think the reason I drew this is because I originally drew Jessica Rabbit, and I was like, all right, well, now I gotta fill the space over here. Anyways, love their dynamic so much. This, I think, was one of my first times practicing using pen without pencil first. Oh wait, no, I did use pencil first. I could tell because this is pencil for the shading inside. Yeah, this is really cool though. I know I referenced the motorcycle from some motorcycle on Google. The person, I probably had to reference at least some of the general shape. But I know that like the tattoos, the clothes, all that stuff, I know that that was stuff that I envisioned. Another set of illustrations from my friend. Cool. I feel like this was Nancy drew at a crime scene, so that's what's going on there. This was an ant with wings and a flaming sword that slayed an anteater, so that's, you know. And then this was, I think it was supposed to be Video Killed the Radio Star or something along those lines, which is weird because this looks like a TV, but I know my goal was to make like an old radio. Yeah. Oh, right. I forgot about this. This is chalk pastel. It's self-portrait. I was having some self-image feelings. This is another, believe it or not, another self-portrait about self-image things. A lot of people, when they see this though, they think that it's one of the demons from Death Note. I believe it's Ren. Yeah. So one of my friends saw this and was like, is that Ren from Death Note? You know, this, I think I just drew. I don't think I referenced this. And then this is a planet. And then for my last page, I made it kind of underwhelming, and that's okay. I just used up a bunch of paint though, and it was really fun because I loved doing texture stuff like this at the time. Okay, I'm really glad I went through these because it made me feel better, and it's like, yeah. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And thank you for giving me the space to share. Yeah.